Guy, I want to throw this at you. Talk to me a little bit about the topic of tokenomics and how it affects people.
As the AI market matured, users became more sophisticated at understanding how to use AI and how to, let's say, use it for automation or scripting or chat or all those sorts of things. And meanwhile, the suppliers, whether they were producers of the models or those putting models in harnesses and providing related services, whether chat or otherwise, and eventually agentic producers, started to learn how to, on the one hand, assess their costs, and on the other hand, pass those costs along as prices. And that's where the token came in. Both training and inference are based on the transformer, and the transformer requires tokens as input, essentially, and provides tokens as output. So rather than doing something like cycles or power usage or whatever else, it became really convenient to use the token as sort of the measure of an AI unit, whether as cost or price or what have you. So that's where tokenomics come in, because just like in the fabulous old days of only 10 years ago with the cloud, where infrastructure usage got metered in various ways and charged in various ways based on whether it was storage or compute or whatever. Now, AI usage is metered and provided as tokens. And managing token use and the price per token and the quantity of tokens, as we are becoming more familiar these days, one whatever command request usage of whether it's an agent or a chat or whatever, one usage could cost whatever, 1 million tokens, or it could cost 40 million tokens. And it all seems the same to the user. So we seem to see the emergence of a whole new practice, just like cloudonomics before, where you have all these companies providing tools or services or what have you to help companies manage their cloud usage. And by the same token, we are seeing that being used in AI, and that's what tokenomics is all about.
Yeah, it is, Guy. And I love that. By the same token, I think also that the reason why this is such a big deal right now in the enterprise is simply that cost factor more than any other, honestly, more than security, more than capability in many cases, simply because companies are waking up to the fact that the idea of token maxing may look good to investors, but it certainly may not help your actual bottom line if you're not making any progress. And, we shouldn't be surprised by any of this simply because this has never been really an AI problem. It's always been an engineering problem. And the pendulum of engineering always swings in just one direction, and that is toward abstraction and optimization. In the old parlance of developers, the only way forward is by basically caching. And if that doesn't work, more caching. And it's the same for these models. And both the consumers of the models and the providers of the models are discovering that right now. So you look at the major model hosting providers, and they're all measuring that value on watts and watt usage and availability. And as you just said, Guy, in the enterprise, we're measuring that on token usage. And my goodness, the spectrum between, using this wonderful tool that we have at our disposal effectively and wasting money is very easy to step over. That is not a big gap between the two.
I have to say that this becomes exceedingly complex when you think about the three variables involved here, which is the amount of, I guess, let's say human time or human agent or user agent time spent on the input, the value of the output, and then the cost per token, because a given usage of 6 million tokens might actually be cheaper than some other use of, I don't know, 4 million tokens, 2 million tokens. It gets exceedingly